ladies undergoing treatment for beginners, and we will certainly throw in some challenges for those who can probably also be a Pilates instructor. So we're going to have the goal today is to create some calm, some good energy, and happy backs. So ladies, let's start standing. And we're just going to roll our shoulder blades back, opening up our chest, pulling in our belly in nice and tight. Joseph Pilates used to say, let's crack the walnut, engaging the scapula. Standing up nice and tall, feet and legs are grounded into the earth or probably your mat. Let's bring the arms out like a T and just again opening that chest, engaging the scapula, just waking up the spine. And let's just bring our arms to our waist and let's just work on our breath, taking a deep breath in, engaging to the present, creating some mindfulness. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Creating some good energy this morning, some serotonin. Again, connecting to the present. Let's take a nice deep breath in and letting it all go. Our breath is something we can connect to in times of joy and times of stress, something to keep in your back pocket, getting a little sense of control. Let's take another deep breath in and exhaling. Opening our eyes, let's bring those arms to the ceiling, grabbing that big ball of energy to heart center. Taking another deep breath in and exhaling. And then we're going to slowly do a spine stretch forward, bringing the arms all the way just to our tailbone, our coccyx bone, opening up that spine. Feet are extended, probably the width of our hips. And we're just going to do some small tennis ball rolls, lengthening that spine. And then we're going to reverse those little circles. And then let's bring those hands into like a grandfather clock pendulum. And let's slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come all the way up to a standing position, rolling those shoulder blades back, engaging the core. Let's bring our arms up, kind of like a football goalpost or soccer. And we're going to hinge down, working on a little bit of balance this morning, getting a little stronger than yesterday. So I've been endorsing exercise snacks lately. Perhaps we can hinge a little lower. Exercise snacks is an idea or a concept that sometimes we have those days that we're too busy to do maybe an hour workout, so we choose to do nothing. But the idea is to incorporate small bursts of exercise throughout your day that maybe only take 5 minutes. Could be balance work, could be a plank, to get a little stronger and create some maintenance of your health. So right now, I'm going to move on to an exercise snack. We're going to slowly come all the way out of this. And let's find a spot on your wall. I'm just going to move this camera a little bit. And we're going to do, they call it a chair plank. So let's come to your wall. Feet are about a foot away from the wall. We're going to slowly come down and let's roll those shoulder blades back, opening that chest. So our scapula is attached to the wall. Bellies are in nice and tight. Feeling ever so strong, ladies. Happy Friday. You can choose to put your hands on the wall or maybe coming to prayer position. Alrighty, so I know we're all at different levels today. So you can choose to maybe hang on to this for a few more seconds. Or if this is your first time you've ever done a chair wall pose, maybe it would be time to slowly come out of that. We're going to move on now to an exercise called baby back roll. And this is something for the beginners or those who maybe are new to Pilates or exercise, different things. This is something to keep in your back pocket today if something makes your body angry or is not for you. We're going to come down. I think I need to move the camera a little bit. Coming down to laying on your back, and we're going to bring our knees to our chest, feeling ever so grateful and just rolling out that lower back. This is called baby back roll, lengthening that spine. This is a great thing to do maybe if you've been in doctor's appointments all day or tied up in your car or so lucky to be on a long plane flight. Just loosening in that back up. Great way to start your day, maybe when your coffee's brewing, just getting a little extra strength in your back. And then we can come to happy baby, grabbing those big toes, rolling out our back a little more. Alrighty, so the next one is actually a little challenge. This is for the people in the class who've been doing Pilates a long time. We can all try to do something a little new. Just moving the camera. Okay, so this is called a teaser. So this is overall body strength. So just demonstrating what it is. So the easier way to do teaser is to sit on your back bones and shoot out your legs and your arms. So we're holding this for a few seconds, feeling ever so strong. So this is teaser. It would be normal to be shaking a little bit because we're using our entire body core. Alrighty, so we're gonna go back to teaser later on. Just wanted to put a little challenge in there in the morning. Let's come all the way down on our back and we're gonna come into some bridging. So let's roll the shoulder blades back so we're creating a back connection to our mat. Belly is in, arms are long and strong, feet are planted flat on the mat. And we're gonna slowly bring up our hips, lower back, middle back, upper back. Now let's just pause. Again, total body workout, low impact classical Pilates against our own body weight. Very safe, getting stronger than yesterday, pulling that belly in nice and tight, glutes are engaged. Let's take a deep breath in and exhaling. Still maintaining that pose. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. Let's bring the pelvis, the hips to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Coming center and slowly bringing that spine, lower back, upper back, middle back, lower back, all the way back down to the mat. And let's roll those shoulder blades back, creating that back connection again. And slowly bringing that back, lower back, middle back, upper back. And now we're going to shoot that right leg. Foot is pointed towards the ceiling. And we're going to do a little daydream, pretending we're painting a stripe on the wall. The left hip continues to be maintained off the mat, up in the air. And we're slowly going to bring that right leg very elegantly, like you have a 50-pound weight on it, creating some resistance. We're bringing it, drawing it down to match the opposite left knee, and then bringing it all the way back up. So of course, we're maintaining that back connection, and tummy is tucked in nice and tight. Whole body workout. Doing a little fun daydream on a Friday, creating that mind balance, body connection, thinking of the present. So I think we're going to go for 20 of these this morning, ladies. 20 more. So if this is making your body angry at all, you can bring your back all the way back down to the mat. Alrighty. Let's bring that leg gently, very slowly, creating that resistance all the way back down to your mat, and entire back comes down to the mat. Let's place that right foot flat on the mat again, rolling the shoulder blades back, creating that back connection, slowly bringing the back all the way off the mat, shooting that left leg pointed up to the ceiling. And we're going to slowly draw it down to match the opposite knee, and then bring it all the way back up. Alrighty, so beginners have the choice. Let's bring that leg slowly all the way back down to the floor. Beginners have the chance now to come into baby back bend, bringing baby back roll, bringing the knees to the chest, feeling ever so grateful. And then of course we can come into happy baby, grabbing those big toes. And the high achievers or the Pilates people who have been doing it forever can come into teaser. Sitting back on your tailbones and shooting the arms and legs long. Feeling ever so strong today, ladies. Happy Friday. And if you want a little bit more right now, you can bring those feet up and down, doing like a mini crunch. Alrighty, let's bring those feet flat on the mat. So this goes out to all the fun girls in the group. I know we have a few ladies that probably love to dance. This one is called Can Can. We can do a little daydream that we're Rockette for the day. Another great, fun, total body workout. So step number one is we're sitting back on our tailbones. Big toes come to the mat and they're touching it. They're kissing the mat. And let's bring the knees gently to the right, to the left, to the right again, and then shooting them out long. And we're just going to hold this beautiful pose for a few seconds and pause. Super cute on the beach, of course. Let's bring those feet center. Meet me in the middle. And the knees are coming gently to the left, to the right, to the left again, and then shooting those legs out long. All right, meet me in the middle. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. We're gonna do this can-can move one more time, ladies. So we are up on those big toes. Let's bring the knees to the right, the left, to the right again, and shoot them out long. Coming center, last time, make it your best. Knees to the left, to the right, to the left again, and then shoot them out long. Long and strong. All right, meet me in the middle. We're going to come down and do just a little bit of gentle yoga. The goal today, of course, is happy backs. So hands are flat on the mat, fingers are extended a little bit, and we're up on our knees. Let's let our head hang gently between those hands, between our arms, and we're going to slowly bring up that back into a C curve towards the ceiling, taking a deep breath in, and exhaling, bringing the belly down to the mat. Another deep breath in, bringing the back towards the ceiling, and then exhaling, bringing the belly down to the mat. Deep breath in, back up one more time, and then bringing the belly towards the mat and exhaling. Now we're going to come up on our toes into downward dog, continuing to let the head hang between the arms and just bringing the foot up one at a time, walking the dog, stretching those hamstrings. And now we're going to come forward into King Cobra, opening that chest. And if you want to do something a little more gentle, you can bring your belly down to the mat and continuing to do that beautiful stretch. And now we're just going to come up into downward dog one more time. So we're up on our toes, walking that dog out. Now, ladies, you have a choice again for all levels. You can come up into King Cobra like this. You can have your belly down on the mat, or you can come into plank and do 10 push-ups with me. Coming up to our knees, and this is just a gentle knee stretch. Let's bring those shoulder blades back, and we're going to bring our arms forward and then all the way back and just press like you're trying to press, maybe looking for a yoga ball, but this is great, opening our chest, bellies are in, and we're just working on that beautiful posture a little bit. Nice gentle exercise. Now we're going to move on to a knee stretch. Let's bring those arms forward like you have a bar. And we're just doing a little playtime again. Imagining there's a bar there and gently hinging back, stretching out those knees, and then coming forward. So you'll notice you're automatically holding your tummy in and just doing a gentle knee stretch. You're only hinging back maybe like 2 inches, nice and gentle. And now we're going to do a nice treat called pigeon. It's a hip opener. So right knee is forward and left leg is long. And you might want to come to prayer position. If this feels like a nice stretch for you, you can stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you can stack those hands, bringing your forehead down to the mat. Let's just take a deep breath in and exhaling. Another deep breath in and letting it all go. Enjoying the calm. Remembering the calmness you find today on your mat, you can bring into your life. Remembering to keep that breath work in your back pocket. Let's take another deep breath in and exhale. Let's slowly come out of this, and of course we're going to bring the opposite left knee forward, right leg is long. And again, this is such a nice hip opener stretch. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more right now, you can stack those hands, bringing them down to the mat. Forehead comes down to the mat. And let's just focus on our breath for a moment, taking a break from the world, creating some mindfulness, taking that deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and letting it all go. One more time. Maybe get an extra sip of that breath. And then exhale. Alrighty, we are going to come now to one of my favorites called mermaids. So we're sitting up on our side, and this is a gentle stretch over our obliques. So we're going to bring that left hand to our left ankle. Right arm is coming up to that right ear, and perhaps we can just lengthen, shooting up to the sky or ceiling an inch, taking a deep breath in and bringing that arm into a beautiful rainbow, stretching out your obliques to just feel a nice, gentle little pull, and then exhaling. Let's take another breath here. Bringing that arm all the way back up. Maybe we can lengthen just a little bit more. This is your own class. Taking a deep breath in and then exhale. Feeling that nice, beautiful, gentle stretch and pausing. Take another deep breath in and exhaling. Bringing that arm all the way back up. This is your last time. Make it your best. Just a little gentle pull, increasing your flexibility. Taking that beautiful breath in and then exhaling. All right, ladies, let's switch over to the opposite side. Continuing with our mermaid exercise, working on our obliques, right hand to right ankle, left arm to left ear. Let's work on our breath, taking that deep breath in, bringing the arm a little bit towards the ceiling, and then exhaling into the rainbow. Bringing that arm all the way up, maybe increasing our flexibility just a little bit towards the ceiling, and then taking that deep breath in, and coming into our rainbow. Coming all the way up again, last time, make it your best. Deep breath in, and exhaling. Alrighty, so I'd like to offer for the beginners now that you can come into laying on your back, knees to chest, rolling out your spine. You can come into baby back roll. And then, of course, coming into happy baby, grabbing those big toes, rolling out your spine. And for the ladies who want a little bit more today, we're going to come into that teaser, hinging, sitting on our tailbone, shooting out the arms and legs, and just doing that beautiful pause, holding nice and strong, tummy is in nice and tight. Keeping ever so strong, maybe bringing our feet up and down. And then bringing the feet all the way back down. And I know someone in that group today is saying right now, I really would like a little more core work this morning, Nina. So let's come all the way down to our back, and we're going to connect to the mat, of course, rolling the shoulder blades back. Scapula is connected to the mat. Belly is in nice and tight. Arms are long and strong. And let's shoot that right leg. Foot is pointed towards the ceiling. And we're going to work on our one leg circle exercise, which is a beautiful hip opener. So we can start doing a circle perhaps the size of a basketball, pausing up at the top. Or if you want a little bit more, you can do a big circle pausing up at the top. So you always have choices in Pilates, modifications. Belly is in tight, shoulder blades are engaged to the back, opening that chest up, creating that beautiful Pilates posture. Let's pause in the center and reverse that circle. And remember, if anything makes your body angry today or is not for you, you can bring your knees to your chest and roll out your back into the baby back. So let's pause the center, and we're going to slowly, gently bring that leg down to the mat, pretending like we have a 50-pound weight on it, creating some resistance. Let's roll those shoulder blades back, connecting to the mat again. Left leg comes to the ceiling, foot is pointed. And again, perhaps you may want to do a small one-leg circle the size of a basketball. Or you can do a large circle going all the way around. Let's reverse that circle. So coming up next, we're going to do a core exercise called corkscrew. It's kind of like opening a bottle of wine. And I know some oncologists say it's okay to have a glass of wine with dinner. Of course, you're going to follow your physician's recommendations, but always fun to do a new exercise. So let's bring that left leg all the way back down to the mat, and I'm going to demonstrate corkscrew. First, of course, we're going to make sure our back is connected. So let's roll those shoulder blades back, opening our chest, pulling your belly in nice and tight. And even if you want to stay here with your back connected is great. Arms are long and strong. And corkscrew, I'm bringing my both feet to the ceiling, foot are Feet are pointed, and I'm just doing a baby corkscrew with the feet, pausing in the center and then reversing it. Now, if this is super easy for you, you can go to the more advanced one, is bringing that big circle, pausing up the top. And you can also mix them up. You can do a little corkscrew, reversing it, and then a big corkscrew. All right, ladies, let's bring our knees to our chest, taking a deep breath in and pausing and exhaling. Hopefully you're feeling more relaxed, stronger. Let's grab onto those big feet. I'm sorry, my feet are big feet. I know probably a lot of ladies in there are size 6. Grab onto those big toes, coming into happy baby. Hopefully feeling a little bit more flexible than when you started class today. And then we're going to move on now to some leg work. So let's come to the side of your mat. They call this banana pose in Pilates. Legs are coming forward, belly is in, and we're just going to do some leg lifts forward and back on the mat. And then let's bring the feet together. And we're going to bring that leg up, foot is pointed and flex coming down. And of course, the belly is nice and tight. Let's bring the leg gently all the way down, and then we're going to come into a circle. So you can do a large circle, pausing up the top, slowly bringing that leg down, brushing the opposite foot, or you can even do a small circle, maybe the size of a basketball or a yoga ball, different modifications, getting a little more agile today. And then I'm going to reverse that circle. And then let's bring that foot in or forward, and we're going to press the knee up an inch, point the foot towards the opposite foot, and now we're working leg is the bottom leg, working on our inner thigh, and we're just bringing that leg up and down. Foot is pointed, and now we're just going to do some little circles with that leg, and then reverse it. And we are now going to flip onto that opposite side. Again, coming into that banana pose, we're on the edge of the mat, feet are coming forward, and we're working on the inner thigh, pointing the foot. Feet are coming together, and we're going to work on our up and downs now. Legs coming all the way up, pointed, and then flex coming down. And then moving on to our circle. So again, that foot can be the size, your circles can be the size of a basketball, a yoga ball. It's a gentle hip opener. You can come all the way up, circling around, brushing that opposite foot. Belly is in nice and tight. And now when we're coming center, let's reverse that circle. Bringing that leg all the way forward. Foot is pointed towards the opposite foot. Leg is moved up maybe just an inch. And we're working in our inner thigh now, bringing that leg up and down. And then coming into that little small circle with the foot the size of a tennis ball. And then reversing it. All right, ladies, we're going to end this class in just a little inspirational meditation. If you want to just sit up, either laying down or sitting in crisscross applesauce. And I just want to start off first sharing you a little inspiration to do core work, whether it's Pilates or yoga or swimming. So I just wanted to talk about the flight or fight response, that when there's an emergency or something is going hectic or out of control in our life, how we have that increase of cortisol going on. And we might get a headache, or sometimes we get GI symptoms and we just feel miserable. But when you work on Pilates, yoga, swimming, even walking, you get that increase of serotonin, and it really helps with stress management. And that is why when you do classes that are similar to this one, you feel so good and calm. So something to think about it, and hopefully that's inspiration for us all, but I agree with that whole philosophy of what's explained to me. So I'd like you to close your eyes now, and we're just going to end this class on having a little meditation with my voice guiding you. Let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in and exhale. One more time, working on connecting to our breath, connecting to the present, feeling some calm, some joy, and a little bit of control. Let's take a deep breath in and exhaling. Let's think of a clear, short-term goal of why we are meditating. Our focus of meditation today, possibly more peace, less noise, more kindness, less spite. Sitting comfortably with our eyes closed or half open, settling into a comfortable position, continuing to connect with your breath, feeling a sense of harmony and gratitude. Thinking about meditation can be a means of transforming your mind with practicing techniques that encourage and develop concentration, clarity, emotional positivity, and calm. Thinking sometimes in life there are things that are beyond our control. However, it is possible to take change and charge of our own state of mind. Practicing meditation can help cultivate new habits, including more positive ways of being, while quieting the mind and having a goal to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without getting stuck. Meditation can be a vital way to purify and quiet the mind, thus rejuvenating the body. Let's take another deep breath in and exhaling. One more deep breath in and exhaling. Slowly opening your eyes. Ladies, thank you so much in joining me today for Pilates Fusion and some breath work and ending with our meditation. And I wish you all a beautiful day. Happy backs, feeling a little stronger than yesterday. And of course, this sense of calm. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.